Hello and welcome to Python Programming Complete course. This is part 7, Tuples in Python. In this video, we will discuss what are tuples, how to create a tuple and assign value to it, index value of a tuple, accessing the elements of a tuple, various tuple operations, and built-in tuple functions like length, count, min, max, and comparison operator. Tuple is a sequence data type. It is an ordered collection of values which is immutable or unchangeable. The values or elements of a tuple are separated by commas and enclosed within parentheses. To create a tuple, either the tuple constructor could be used or a variable could be created as a tuple and assigned value. We have various examples in this program. Tuple1, which is a tuple with an integer type of data or numbers. Tuple2, which is having string data type. Tuple3, which has a mixed data type, English as string, then numbers and floats as well. Tuple4, it is having numbers as well as a list and a tuple inside a tuple. Let's execute this program. You could see the output tuple1, tuple2, tuple3 all being printed as a tuple. Using the tuple constructor, also we can create a tuple. This tuple5, it is creating an empty tuple. Tuple6, here we are making use of the tuple constructor and later on assigning value to the tuple. A tuple can have n number of items, but it cannot be updated. The elements of a tuple can be of any data type, but once created, we cannot add or update or delete the values or the elements of a tuple. Executing this program, it will show us an empty tuple being created using the constructor and later on values being assigned to it. Each item in a tuple is stored according to its index. An index value refers to the position within a tuple. Index could be positive index or a negative index. A positive index starts from 0 from the beginning of the tuple, and a negative means counting backwards from the end of the tuple, like -1 or -2 and so on. An index should always be an integer. In this program, we have numbers as a tuple consisting of some data, and we are trying to print the values using the indexing or the positioning. For example, the first element using the 0th index, then from the right hand side we are making use of -1 index position and the negative index. The third index, it will print 400 for us. Similarly, if we are trying to use an index which is not present in our tuple, it will generate an error, that is index is out of range. First, let us execute this program, then later on we'll uncomment. Let us execute this program. The various using the index, we got the output of this program. Using an index which is not in our tuple will generate an error. Let's see this error as well, that its index is out of range. You can see tuple index is out of range. To access and traverse a tuple, we can use the for loop or a while loop. In this program, I have used for loop and the while loop to access the elements. The first one is using in for picking up the data from the tuple and printing it. The second one, in the second for loop, I am making use of range, and the third one is the simple while loop where the counter is being incremented. We can execute the program one by one and see the results. This is the first for loop. Again, executing the program, it will print the Same data, but here the instructions are written in a different manner, the statements are different. And if we uncomment the while loop, then also the same result will be printed, but the loop which is being used is different. Like string and list, various tuple operations can be performed on the tuple as well. The first operator is the plus operator or the concatenation operator, which combines two tuples together to form a new tuple. Now, both the operand should be of tuple type, otherwise it will generate an error. As we have written these statements, two tuples, we have created two tuples and we are trying to add them together. Executing this will give us the result, the combined tuples. The line 6, 7 and 8 different data types are being added to the tuple. For example, in the line 6 we are trying to add an integer, so it will generate an error. Trying to add a string to a tuple will also generate an error. If we are trying to access a value from the tuple, an element from the tuple, and add it to the existing tuple, then too it will generate an error. You can see int cannot be added to a tuple. Similarly, you will get the error for string as well. The multiplication operator is used for repetition of the tuple. The operand should be of int type, that is, we can multiply an integer with a tuple. The operand should be of int type or the integer type, otherwise it will generate an error. Executing this program will show us the output. The tuple is being printed thrice. Membership operator checks whether an element is present in the tuple or not. It returns true if the element is present, otherwise it returns false. We have three statements where we are trying to check the existence of an element in the tuple using in and not in. 100 in this tuple, it will return true. 200 in this tuple will return false, and 1000 not in this tuple will also return false, because 1000 is present in the tuple which we are providing. The output could be seen. Slicing is used to obtain a subset of values from the tuple. We have a tuple 1, where some data is being assigned to tuple 1, and we are trying to access a subset from the tuple. We give the starting value and the ending value as well as the step value. Now these starting, ending and the step value, they are optional. We can omit any of them. It will provide us different results. The line number 3, we are trying to start from 0th index position and going up to the 3rd index. The stop value, it has been omitted when we are printing the data. So what we will get, 0, 1 and 2. The second one, if the start value or the start index is omitted, printing will start from the beginning. If the stop value is omitted, printing will start from the starting value till the end of the tuple. In the line 6, we are skipping the values. We are making use of a step value 2. So 1 will, the first index will be printed. After that, fire will be omitted, and then earth will be printed. Similarly, we have omitted the stop value, so it will print till the end of the tuple. Now, using a negative step value will print the data in the reverse manner. The result of the program could be seen. In the first one, we got the value water, air and fire. These two are the same. Then from first position till the last position, in the line 6 we got air, and in the line 7, the result of line 7, we got air and earth. And the reverse, using the negative index, we have printed the values of the tuple in reverse order. Let's talk about built-in tuple functions and methods. Like list and string, we have certain built-in functions. The length function, which returns the length of the tuple. You have to provide tuple as an argument to this function. The max function returns the maximum value from the tuple. It works only with elements of the same data type. If the tuple is of string data type, it checks, and the check is done on the basis of the ASCII value. If it is numbers, then definitely it will return the maximum value from the tuple. The min function returns the minimum value from the tuple. The count function returns or counts the occurrence of an item in the tuple and prints the result. Similarly, in this one we are making use of a string tuple and trying to print the result. The output could be seen. There are 5 elements in the tuple. The maximum value based on the ASCII value is Tiffin, and in this the minimum is 1, and the number of occurrence of 2 in this tuple is 3. 2 is appearing thrice, and books is appearing only once in my tuple 2. Any function returns true if the tuple is having at least one item, and it returns false if the tuple is empty. So you can pass a tuple to any function. It will give you either a true or a false value. The sorted function returns the list after sorting. Index function finds the first index of the given item and returns the index. For example, we are passing 4, so it will look for 4 in the tuple and give me the position where 4 is positioned. We can also provide a start and the end value, that from where we want to start searching the data and where we want to end it. So in this tuple dot index, we are looking for a value 2 starting from the 3rd position and going up to the 6th position. We can also compare 2 tuples using the comparison operator, like less than, equal to, not equal to, greater, equal to. In these 2 statements, we are trying to compare 2 tuples. Executing the program, and let's analyze the result. You can see, yes, it has one more, it has at least an element in the tuple. We got the sorted data, sorted elements from the tuple. The value, the position of 4 in tuple 1 is 3. Starting from the 3rd position, we got the index of 2 as the 4, that its position at the 4th place. Then this tuple and this tuple, they are not equal, and tuple 1 to 3 is not greater than 3 to 1. So it has given me a false as the answer. Tuples are immutable, so we do not have any method to add, update or delete elements to a tuple. Performing such an operation will result in an error. It will provide us, the output will show us the error. Let us execute and see. It is telling me that tuple object has no attribute. Add, such an operation cannot be performed on tuples. In this video, we discussed tuples, which are read-only, their different functions, the various operations that can be performed on tuples. In the next video, dictionary in Python will be discussed. Stay tuned for upcoming videos, and thank you for watching.